Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Marathon Agent Podcast. I am your host, Antonio McNeil. Let's get started. If you could please like and subscribe and also comment below on other topics you want me to discuss on the podcast. So now that we have the pre-approval information out of the way, now we're ready to buy a house. And if I'm your realtor, I'm ready to go show you some properties ASAP so we can find the best home and the best deal for you. Once we locate the house or houses that you want to write an offer on, this is where we get to the good stuff on how to negotiate a really good deal. When you find the home that you want, let's just say you're buying a house for $500,000, okay? Your interest rate is 6.2%, let's just say, okay? And you also have closing costs that are $15,000. Your average closing costs are gonna be about 3% depending on where you live. So all these numbers are being thrown at you. You got $15,000 in closing costs that you gotta pay. You have the 6.2 interest rate. You're buying the house for $500,000. What am I doing? We can fix a lot of this, I promise. So the first thing that you want to do is when you're writing your offer with your realtor is to make sure that you find the house with the seller that's willing to negotiate with you. And this is where it gets real fun. This is where you have a realtor. Hi, I'm your realtor for today. And you trust me, you built a rapport with me. We're ready to write offers. This is where we strategize on getting you the best deal with the rates being so high, averaging 6 to 6.5, with prices being over $500,000 for most homes. We're gonna find a way to get you an amazing deal, I guarantee. Now that we're looking around the neighborhood, we're finding homes that you want to write an offer on. Here is one of the first steps that you should take with your realtor and lender when you're making the offer. Find a home that has market time, because these homes and sellers in particular are going to be more motivated to negotiate a better deal on your behalf. Because think about it. A seller is selling their home. Most case, they need to sell it or they have intent to sell it for financial gain, right? If a house that you like is in a neighborhood that you really want to be in, and let's say the price is $525,000, but the market time has been 40 days on the market, there's been no price drop, nothing's happened, crickets. Girl, this is where you come in with your agent and find the right agent to help you lower the price down and negotiate a better deal. This is one of the first steps that you should always take. And a lot of times realtors will tell their clients, yeah, we can find a home that's out of your budget and lower the price. They don't want to tell you that because it takes more work, but it gets even better. So we did the first step, finding and locating the properties with longer market time. That will always help you find the better deal. Second is to find a seller that will give you money back for your closing cost credit, or better yet, concessions. Have a seller give you money back, and that way you can not only pay for your closing costs, you could also lower your interest rate this way. Whoa, I'm telling you, it gets better. Now, like I said, my first step, if you find a seller or a seller's property that's been on the market for 30 days, 40 days or more, they are going to most likely want to negotiate more with you. They want to close a deal. They may be a little challenging to work with at first, but the opportunity to get a better deal lies within itself because they're still trying to sell their house. So what you want to ask for is up to 3.5% in concessions or credit back to you as a buyer. That means that if your lender allows it, you can go up to 3% of the purchase price, maybe 3.5% of the purchase price of the home you're buying. And that percentage can be credit going back to you to lower your costs. Most cases, it can only lower your closing cost credit, and your closing cost credit will be your prepaid taxes. It will be other things that are included in that that help you buy the house, and it helps the state get their prepaid taxes up front, right? The property tax, but you have to pay it, right? So a way to avoid paying that is by getting the seller to give you money back. And that's the standard with getting concessions back from a seller, is you're using that money to help you pay for your closing costs. And with the closing costs, you have to pay them. They're your upfront property taxes. You have a lot that you have to pay with the lender fee involved, so you have to pay that. Now, that's the standard. That money is used for paying your closing costs. But in this current market, more lenders are doing what are called loan buydowns. And in this situation, it's similar to asking the seller for money back for your closing costs. You're still asking the seller for not money, but credit. or concessions, right? And that same money that you could use for closing costs, you could also use it for lowering your interest rate. The same money that you get from that seller to lower your closing costs, you could use that for your interest rate to get lowered if your lender allows it. So there's a lot of ways where you could use the concession money that the seller offers you, whether it's 10,000, 15,000, great. If they offer you that amount of credit back, let it utilize itself in the best way for you, whether it's lowering your rate or it's, paying for your closing costs. But in this situation, I would say use it to lower your rate. Why do I say that? Because if you look on Zillow.com, go on their mortgage calculator tab. And if you pull up their mortgage calculator tab, you will see real quickly how crucial an interest rate is to your monthly mortgage payment. Now, let's just say you're buying a house for $500,000, and let's just put the percentage at 5%. Who has 20% for a down payment of $500,000? Not a lot of people. So let's just put 5%, 30-year fixed. Let's say the rate is 5.996, so 6%. Your payment right now looks about $3,600 with the 5.96% interest rate. However, if you were able to, let's just say, get 15 grand back from the seller on the house that you want to buy, let's say your lender can reduce your interest rate from 6% to 5%. Let's just say, go to 5%. You go from $3,600 to roughly over $3,300, which essentially you're saving $250, $300 on average just by lowering your rate to 1 point. You got to take advantage of the market and utilize your realtor, have them work for the deal and get them to lower your rate. Call that seller, get the money back, so that way you can save $100, $200, even if it's $50. If you get money back from the seller, you're going to find a way to lower your rate in the current market where the rates are averaging over 6%. There is a very possible chance that you can get this same $500,000 home that somebody bought for this year at a 6% rate. They're paying this number. You could lower your rate if you get the seller to give you money back and pay this number on the same house that this person just bought this year. But they bought at 6%. You were able to get your realtor and lender to lower your rate to 5%, and you saved a couple of $100 on your mortgage. Snap, snap, snap. Once you figure out all the paperwork with your lender and they get back with you on your numbers, they give you your interest rate, this is now where you talk with the realtor that you trust and you work with and have them find the house or houses for you that you like, that you're willing to write an offer on, but houses that have negotiation leverage. Properties that have been on the market for more than 30 days are going to have a great chance for you to get the better deal. And getting the better deal, you're able to get closing cost credit or money back to lower your rate, loan buy down. So again, just talking with the right people, having the right team, the right lender, the right agent, real estate agent, it's really going to help you really get a good deal right now where a lot of buyers can't. Because going back to that rate, it's again why buyers are getting bought out and they're not able to buy. If you are in a situation where you're still approved with the rates going high, some buyers who were approved 6 months ago are not able to buy. That's the only reason why they're not trying to get the home that you are looking at right now. So don't let the fear of the market or buyers not buying houses right now stop you from getting a good deal if you can get it. The greatest advantage right now in this market is that you don't have a bunch of competition, especially like in my time when I was buying my properties. I had at least 5 other offers that I was competing with. In this scenario right now, with the market being where it's at, if you find the right home, you're probably going to be the only competition, which means you're going to get the better deal. So just have trust in the team you have, lender, realtor, and I guarantee you, you're going to get a good deal where you feel like, damn, like I'm really happy I dibbled in the market, dibbled and dabbled, you know what I mean?